I'm Sumi Francis, President and Founder of the Africa's Young Entrepreneurs Headquartered in Johannesburg, South Africa. I'm here to introduce you Dr. Njakri Damages.
Welcome to the show. My name is Dr. Damages. We're coming to you from the greatest city in the world.
New York City!
New York City is so great that finally we got Donald Trump.
Oh
yeah. That big-mouthed billionaire. We got him to go and appear in the jury duty. Yeah, he served jury duty.
In court?
Yeah. You know, in America, we select 12 people who will decide whether a defendant is guilty or not guilty.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Of course. Like everything Trump, he quickly turned it into a reality TV show. Watch.
Are you ready for
I'm ready, AJ. I'm ready.
Yeah, Donald Trump was not selected as a juror. He wasn't selected.
He was.
No. The problem was that the defendant was a Mexican. And Trump was asked, "What do you think about Mexicans?" Watch his reaction.
They're bringing drugs, they're bringing crime, they're rapists, and some, I assume, are good people.
Now, for those of you who live outside the United States and you're panicking over this man, that he might be the president, I said, don't worry. Don't worry. It's easier for Kim Kardashian to be admitted into Harvard Medical School than for Donald Trump to be the next president of the United States. I know, so don't worry. Don't worry. Now, talking about United States, the United States has lost its #1 position in the world in several fields. Oh, yeah. In science, in mathematics, in technology, in infrastructural development. Asian countries, they've taken over, like China and Singapore.
North Korea?
All of them, even North Korea. American bridges and tunnels and airports, they are crumbling. And we don't have any money to upgrade or even update them. Something that the former Lagos State Governor, Tunde Fashola, knows about upgrading things. Now, but when it comes to making new medications, America is still #1. Just tell us what is wrong with you, and we will make a medication for it. What? Oh, you see dead people? We have a medication for that. This week, the almighty FDA, the Food and Drug Administration, they approved the female Viagra. Now, this is how American women welcome the news. Watch. Yeah. Unlike Viagra for men, the female Viagra is called the pink pill. It works by altering 3 hormones in a woman's brain to increase her libido. Now, if you thought that Kim Kardashian's performance in that video deserves 2 thumbs up, wait until she takes these 2 pills. Now, why? I don't know the video, but they told me there's a video out there and that is something. Anyway, while women were celebrating, Bill Cosby is not happy about this.
Why?
His issue is that he deserves some credit for the research that led to this pill.
Yes.
He told the Associated Press that all those spicing of drinks he was doing, that it was a research towards this drug. Now, men, don't rejoice. Don't rejoice yet. This pill will not take away your girlfriend's top 10 reasons why she's not in the mood. The pill will not reduce the number of days she's tired or in a month. You know, let's face it, she's not physically tired. She's just tired of you. Obviously, this pill was made by men. If this pill was made by a woman, it will simply make men, he wants to take it, men will look like Denzel Washington, Idris Elba, George Clooney, or Moyele Sowore. Now, in African news, a self-styled messiah, Kuku Renfaced Mankuku. That's how from Zimbabwe. It's called the Jesus of Zimbabwe. The man has died. Yeah, and he died of malnutrition. No, I'm not making it up. This 73-year-old man died inside a bush where he had gone to fast. He wanted to beat Jesus Christ's record of fasting more than 40 days and 40 nights. The man's trouble started when he took a break from praying and fasting to Google how you went on Google to Google new ways to win souls for God on his tablet. Then he saw the story of a pastor in Ghana telling a Ghanaian actress to use her big bottom to win souls for Christ. Now that was not the problem, but from that link, the man saw the picture of Kim Kardashian, and then one thing led to another. And now let this be a warning to all of you. You don't follow the picture of Kim Kardashian. It will never lead you to anywhere good. Whether you are at home or you are fasting in the bush. When you are in the bush and you don't know what else to do what this my man did. Watch. I didn't do it. In science news, scientists at Ohio State University have grown the first human brain in a lab. Yeah, they used adult human skin to engineer the brain. Yeah, real thing. Now, stupid Africans tell me that white people don't perform voodoo. They do. Anyway, it is not complicated yet. It's not completed. It's still halfway. But people are already lining up for their brain to be exchanged for this new brain. What? Former Nigerian President Goodluck Jonathan is one of those interested in getting a brain transplant. Oh. Yes. After he read how Pius Anyi, the former secretary to the government, tricked him into signing a multi-billion-dollar deal to build a Centenarium estate, the man said he needed a new brain. So he contacted scientists at Ohio State University and told them that he wanted a transplant. The scientists, they told him that by replacing your brain, you are going to lose all the research work you did for your PhD. And Jonathan laughed and laughed and laughed. And he told them to stop watching too much Dr. Damage's show. He said, what research? He said, I beg, give me the new brain, Joe. I'm tired of this embarrassment. Give me new brain. Now, talking about Jonathan, did you guys hear that Goodluck Jonathan and Patient Jonathan were in Kenya on a visit?
Yes, sir.
Yes. They went to visit the game reserve. Yeah. No. Goodluck Jonathan didn't go there to finish up his PhD. Stop saying that, you people. And I don't like this suggestion that Mama Peace went there to visit distant relations. That wasn't why they went there. The former president is simply relaxing, and he went there to look at how to fashion out his post-presidency. Do you know what post-presidency means? You're looking at me like you don't care what I'm saying. People close to him, they said that he is considering building a game reserve instead of the traditional presidential library. Which makes sense if you think about it. Considering the fact that he has not written any book, despite the PhD, and he has no plan to write any. He also regrets not setting up a game reserve for Nigeria's retired leaders. He said if he had locked up Buhari in a game reserve, he would have remained president today.
Yes.
Sorry. Wow.
Now, a lot of you have written me expressing confusion over Buhari's government and how he's doing. You complain that after 70 days in office, there seemed to be no direction, no ministers, no policy statements.
Tell them.
Other than the central bank governor waking up each day to implement the latest dream he had at night. Nothing. Now, as a public service, here is a visual understanding of the Buhari doctrine. This is beyond comedy now. Wow. Buhari doctrine.
What is this?
Now watch. Here are a group of hunters in search of meat. They're in a bush. They want a big snake inside this hole. They chose this man to dig his leg inside the hole as a bet. But before the man put his leg inside the hole, he rubbed his leg with poison and wrapped it up with rags. Watch. Can you see them? Yeah. The poison and rags are corrupt politicians who are around Buhari. Now, next, the man put his leg in and wait. That is the kind of weight that Okendi Bey wrote in his column this week. Are you with me?
Yes.
The weight and the weight and the weight and the weight and the gathered leaves to support the man's head. As soon as the snake grabs the man's leg, he will need the help of his friends to drag him out of the hole. Are you watching it?
Yes.
In the case of Buhari, it will be people from Dora. But these are the friends who will pull the man out of the hole. Now, that is where Nigeria is today. We are waiting for the snake to grab Buhari's leg. Now, once the leg is out, it drags with it the snake, the same snake that has been eating the village chicken and goats and the children. Did you get it?
No.
You don't. I know. It's complicated. That, my friends, is the Buhari doctrine. You don't hear things like this on Keeping It Real. Eh? This deep stuff, probably not funny, but deep.
Very deep.
I think it's enough for them to give me, University of Port Harcourt, to give me a PhD.
Yes.
From the same bag that they gave one to President Goodluck Jonathan. Give me one. It's deep. Now, in corruption news, Nigeria's Vice President, Professor Oshimbanjo, you know him, he says that the federal government will not give up on corruption, the war on corruption. They said, no, we are not giving up. He added, no amount of sultans, bishops, babalawos that they sent to Asorok will stop them from pushing. You look uninterested. I'm talking about corruption. I think you want to... Okay. Meanwhile, the former Minister of Finance and the woman who coordinated the failed and looted economy of Jonathan's years, Mrs. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, Ngobebi, she has denied diverting $600 million Chinese loan to unrelated projects. Wink, 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 Jonathan's re-election project. Now, I say good, because I trust Ngobebi. After all, the Harvard training that she got is not as useless as some of you make it to look like. She says that the money is still intact. Inside her hair tie. That's where the money is. Now, last week, we told you that Boko Haram leader Shekau was overthrown in a palace school.
Yes.
Oh, okay, we are wrong.
Oh.
This week he came out and he said that it wasn't true. Shekau remarched and said, I am still in charge. I tell you, ego is a terrible trait to have. So he fell for that trap. The trap was set up for him to come out. We said that he died. He came out and now they know where he is. Now.
So why don't they get him?
They are looking for him now. Now, in the war against Boko Haram, the soldiers are mainly in uniform. But in the war against corruption, the soldiers are you and I. This is I'm just passing across. Yeah. You don't get this on the gist. No, work for where? Now, in church news, the founder of Deeper Life Church, Pastor Kumuyi, you guys know him?
Yes.
He made a confession this week.
Oh, he did?
He said, the other day he said that he would destroy certain Deeper Life Church's doctrines that he set up. He called them man-made. Now, he was talking about doctrines like the one that says watching TV is a sin. The man of God has since discovered that his competitors, David Oyedepo and all of them, that they use the TV to raise money with which they buy private jets and do Jerry coil for their hair and everything. So my question for Pastor Kumi is this. Pastor, will you compensate those that your obsolete doctrine destroyed? Because there are many people that it destroyed. Will you compensate them? Those that stop watching TV, stop eating egusi soup just because you said it's a crime. I don't know. There are so many other things. This is a segment we call Secrets of
Pictures.
It's based on the premise that a picture is worth more than 1,000 words. Now, the picture you're looking at, this first picture, is that of a suspected Okada snatcher who was set ablaze in Abuja. Now, every day in Nigeria, one petty thief or another is caught and lynched. People celebrate such horrific acts in the name of sanitizing their society.
Wow.
Meanwhile, in the last 2 months, each member of the House of Rep has taken home 27 million naira
Set them all ablaze.
for their hard work.
Set them ablaze.
And each senator, they've taken home 35 million naira.
Nonsense.
Now, this is money that they snatch from our treasury, from our money.
Yes.
Now, how many of you made that in the last 2 months? You, how many do you make in the last 2 months?
$2
Not
a
in the
day.
last 2 years.
Yeah, how many?
$2 a day.
Exactly. Think about it. think about it before you set fire on any petty thief next time.
Oh, before you
All
go
of you,
for them.
all of you. Now, talking about setting fire on things, a pastor in Anambra State has set fire on the famous 1,000-year-old Ikoro Oga shrine. The man said that he was setting the community free of bondage. Now, he said that young men in that community, they fell in their businesses because of this shrine. Mind you, these young men he's talking about, they cannot add and subtract. They have no idea what interest rate is and what profit is and what inflation is. Never mind compound interest. Now, the pastor also said that the shrine, are you listening to me? The shrine is the reason why the young girls in that village don't get married, despite bleaching their skins.
Wow!
And also he said that's why even when they get married, they don't have kids, despite their husbands not being able to produce little soldiers. I overheard 2 Chinese men reading this news. They were saying, oh, these stupid Africans, destroying their heritage over other people's gods. Nonsense. Here are some stories making headline news across Nigerian newspapers this week. Buhari orders probe into how ISIS terrorists got Nigerian visa. Yes. Now, this guy from Lebanon got a visa to Nigeria. He's a terrorist. But this is what I'm thinking. This guy must be a patient terrorist. Otherwise, how can he go through all the wahala involving in getting visa in Nigeria to Nigeria? Have you gone to any Nigerian embassy to look for visa? The terrorist, he was calm and quiet. Anyway.
And he was sweating.
Yeah, sweating. He needed this visa. I miss... I still miss Adeola, says IBB. Hey, yeah. You know IBB, Babangida, Ibrahim Babangida. Now, for those who do not know, this is the man who refused to hand over power to Adeola. Yeah, after Adeola won the June 12th election. What IBB said is exactly the same thing that the snake says when you see a snake hissing at a woman. It's like, I miss Eve. Did you get it?
I miss Eve.
Eve, yeah. You know, the one, betrayed. Anyway. Nigeria earns 2.5 trillion from petroleum products export in 3 months.
Wow!
2.5 trillion, not billion, trillion.
Wow! Improvement!
In 3 months. Now, the price of crude oil is going down, but we are earning more. Imagine what it will have been, when crude oil was selling for $100 a barrel.
Yeah.
Did you get that?
Yes.
They've been stealing our money.
Yes.
We have not earned something like this in 3 months,
have to
in the last
investigate
10 years. But a judge blasts Tunde Fashola over alleged 78 million website scam. Now, but a judge, the ex-con, he's saying that Buhari, you have to probe Fashola.
Nonsense.
He added, he said, Fashola, look here, my man. I invented the scam of inflating contracts. It was so yesterday. He said he invented it. I don't understand why Fashola was doing this in 2015. Anyway, Buhari's search for saints as ministers will fail, says Senator Uhogide. Do you know the guy?
No.
I don't know who he is, but he has a point. At least by trying, Buhari will avoid crooks like him. No, did I say crook? No, I mean cooks. I don't mean crooks. Verification of Buhari's assets yet to begin, says the Code of Conduct. It's getting to 100 days in office, and we haven't heard from them.
Yes.
But according to the Code of Conduct, Buhari's cows won't stand still so that they could count them. That's the problem. They've been trying. Stay in one place. But $12 billion taken out of Nigeria in 3 years, says the EFCC chairman. Yeah, $12
That's a lot.
billion. This is what I said. Thank God that our EFCC man, he was busy watching and counting and adding up. Otherwise, how will we know? There's no way we will know. Nonsense. His job is to get them before they take the money out, and he's there counting and adding to 12 billion. Clap for yourself, 12 billion. Nonsense. Buhari's greatest achievement so far is the harassment of PDP leaders, says Governor Fayose of Ekiti State. Do you guys know him? Do you guys know him? Yeah. No, the guy has a point. Do you know his own achievement is to harass Buhari? That's all he does. He doesn't even do anything in the state.
Nothing.
Adamawa to pay prayer warriors 200 million naira to pray against Boko Haram. No. At first, when I studied, I thought it was a joke. But it's true. It's true. And part of this money is to upgrade the website that they are building so that prayers can go can go from Adamawa to heaven straight. Why are you laughing? This is serious business. These guys have plans. A man, 27-year-old man hangs himself over 18,000 naira bank loan. Reports the Punch. This is her story. The family, they have to now borrow 60,000 to bury him.
That's funny.
No, you have to be sorry for the family. It's time for your email. Wow. Oh, you are the new nurse replacing tomato juice for today. What's your name?
Sushi.
What?
Sushi.
That's not what tomato juice told me. She said Winnie the Pooh was coming. Is that not you? No? Chopstick? What is your name?
Sushi.
Sushi the nurse?
Yeah.
Okay. Sushi today is wonderful. Sushi the nurse, my friends. Say welcome to Sushi the nurse. Clap for her. Yes, Sushi the nurse. All right. Do we have emails today?
Yes.
Are you happy to be here?
I am.
Okay, good. Do we have emails today?
Our first email is from Sani Hamanyero in Yola, Adamawa State.
Adamawa State. Wow, you seem to know Nigeria. Have you been there before?
No.
Okay. Well, maybe
He writes,
yeah.
Hello, Doctor. I'm writing to you from Yola, Adamawa State, the greatest state in northeastern Nigeria. And for the
Wow.
first time, even though I have never missed an episode of your show.
That's a good friend of ours.
Whenever you start your show by telling us how great is New York, I always feel guilty of not telling you how great is Adamawa State, which probably might make you establish or even move your diagnostic headquarters to Yola. Adamawa State is so great that we have the most unstable political system in country with 3 acting governors and 4 executive governors sworn in as governors within 8 years.
Wow. I didn't know that.
Adamawa State is so great that the state government is owing its workers leave grant arrears, but is paying 200 million naira to some prayer warriors to pray for the state.
I like this state. My man, Sani, thank you so much. You are right. Adamawa State deserves to be the greatest state in the Northeast. With great swindlers like, great souls like Abubakar Atiku and Murtala Nyako. Adamawa should be the food basket of the nation, as well as the technology center. That is an indictment of medical practice in Nigeria. Don't you think so? Don't you think so? Mm-hmm. And when I open a branch in Nigeria, I will consider opening one in Adamawa State. I should do that. Don't you think so? Mm-hmm. Do you say more than mm-hmm? Next?
Our second email is from Akina Steve in Japan.
Ikenna.
Ikenna.
Okay.
Ikenna.
Okay. In Japan. You should know him.
No, I'm not
from
Japan.
Okay. Oh, you're not from Japan. All right. Keep going.
He writes,
Okay.
Dear Dr. Damages, thank you for your last week's diagnosis of my chronic illness on Amici. I want you to do the same on the Viagra carrying and virgin breaking Adams Ashimole. I heard from a reliable source that the loan of 75 million he is seeking to obtain is to help him obtain the latest sex-enhancing drug to perform his bedroom duties to Laura, her Cape Verdean wife.
What?
Tell Tomato Jaws that she was hot last week we spent together in my dream. I did not even want to wake up again, but anyway, see you again this night.
Ikenna. You had a point which you messed up with this your fantasy over tomato juice. I hope people like you will today, for the first time, watch and listen to me instead of looking at tomato juice. So you know, Adam Shomole, that man, that governor, and his $75 million loan. After all the goofing around that he made in the last few weeks, I will not lend that man even $10 because he was talking without evidence. Who knows? Maybe 4 years from now we hear that he built a website with $500,000. Maybe a website connecting Benin City with Cape Verde. Who knows? I don't know why they're giving him the money. Anyway, next.
Our third email is from Alusola Abijo in Dublin,
Wow,
Ireland.
you see the way you called Olushola? Almost getting it. Almost.
Alushola.
Yeah.
Okay. He
Next.
writes,
Okay.
Doctor, please, why you forget about mama patient's treatment? Remember, there is Gadu. Also, you waka come. Tomato Jaws cannot help you talk less of Mama Udoka. Please kindly go back to Mama Patience and cure her of social toxic dysentery quickly.
Wow. Olushola, you have a very good point. Mama Peace went with Goodluck Jonathan to the game reserve in Kenya. We didn't hear that she came back. And we have men who take their wives to those game reserve. And maybe there's something happened, the lion and something, they come back without their wives. I don't know. But we're saying maybe she should go there to hide so that the long arms of the law will not reach her. You know, this thing that Buhari is saying and doing. You know, I'm just saying. I don't know. But anyway, we will look into her. We will look into what she's doing and we have to follow her. Next.
Our fourth email is from Divine Help in Parma, Italy.
Ooh,
He writes,
Divine Help. Yes,
He writes,
yes.
Dear Dr. Damages,
Yes.
you look much cute when you are in your uniform.
I know.
Please
that.
always be on your dress code when on interview and callback segment, exception of when you are with Mama Udoka. Honestly, you are really keeping it real. I am addicted to all your activities.
Wow.
My regards to Toyosi, Tomato Jaws, and Adeola.
Thank you so much, Divine Help. Thank you. You know, I tell you, there was a night I dressed up in full uniform with gloves and surgical mask. I was ready for operation. But Mamudoka, instead of giving her consent, she screamed, "Ah!" But I tell you, with this new pink pill just approved, I will try it again. I forgot. What was his question again? Anyway, I don't know. Anyway, next.
Okay, our fifth email is from Mohammed
Adam.
Is
it him? That's my friend. We used to drink kunu.
Oh.
You know what kunu means?
No.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Our fifth email is from Mohammed Adam in Yobe State, Nigeria. He writes,
Do you want to drink kunu?
maybe. I'll try it.
Gonna be good. Pomposki. You guys haven't seen anything. Go ahead.
Dear doctor,
Yes.
if I were to count the time I sent you email without reading them, it will take longer than the time Jaga took in collation of the presidential election. I would like you to specifically diagnose the current Yobe State Governor, Alhaji Ibrahim Gaidam. The man is so selfish that even the people of the state tag his administration as family and friends.
Wow.
He has no meaningful project to show throughout his 6 years in power. Sorry to say that he's clueless, more than the immediate former president of Nigeria.
That's terrible. Go ahead.
The problem is that there's a lack of media in the state, so he used this opportunity to run the state like his personal home. More also, there is his brother who took almost all the positions in the governor's office. He is more powerful than any official in the government.
You see, Mohammed, my friend. I'm happy that you got the diagnosis right yourself. There is no media in the state. And I say to you, start one. Get your friends together and start a blog. Don't even tell me that you don't have the training. You know the useless man who started the Sahara Reporters? Do you know what he studied? He studied geography. We don't even know whether he graduated. He said he went to Unilag. We don't know. All we know is that he cannot identify Mount Kilimanjaro in a minimap. So you can do it. So start one. Next.
Our sixth email is from Ola in London.
Oh, that's my friend. You know, we used to...
They're all your friends.
No, some of them. We used to eat suya when we were in London. There's a joint where we eat. You know what suya means?
No.
It's like sushi, but a little bit, spicy. You
I
try
like
it next
spicy.
time. Yeah,
I like
very
spicy.
Yeah, okay, good.
He writes, I'm majestically in love with your show, and you must explain more about this Tomato Jaws picture.
Picture? Oh, that picture. Oh, yeah.
Continue, there is God.
Oh,
He
my
writes.
friend, Allah. You see, we have to wait until next week when Tomato just comes back. If she comes back, we don't know what she's doing in Europe. She will explain herself. My guess is that she was trying to get Flavor, to stop looking at her, what. You know what I mean? You don't know. Next.
Our final email is from Sadiq in Zaria.
Sadiq. Yeah, that's my friend. We went to I was in Zaria for 2 years.
Yeah.
When I do my internship. Are you doing an internship around this area? What are you? You have license to be a nurse?
No.
I don't know. I'm not sure. Go ahead. Read it, Sadiq.
I have an advice for you, doctor.
Okay.
Kindly curtail how you use certain words on your show. Nonsense is a word you often use, and it's making you look rude.
I thought it's my friend. What did I say?
And on your usual take on Adeola of keeping it real, isn't it rather ridiculous of you that despite your verbal attacks on her, she still doesn't bother? I have watched one of her shows where she advertised your upcoming episodes and even wondered the reason why you continue to take on her. Kindly have a rethink on this. Thank you.
Forget that I said this on Muhammad was my friend. He's not my friend. Sadiq, are you listening to me? Watch, listen to me. I say nonsense. Absolute nonsense. You want to gag me. You want to shut this same mouth I used to eat suya and tuwo because you don't want me to sound rude. Meanwhile, the world is full of rude people. I say nonsense. Now, about keeping it real with Adeola, let me tell you this. I know you don't know this. Each time I mention her on my show, she pays me. Tomato Justice is not here. I don't remember how much she pays that, but last time I knew it was 2 puff each time I mention her name. But let me warn you, puff in New York City is not as cheap as puff in Zaria. Nonsense. Oh, okay. That's all the time we have for emails. Please keep sending your emails to Dr. Damages at
gmail.com
and follow us on Twitter at
Dr. Damages.
Now, this is my concern for today. It's taken from page 419 of the book, The Beautiful Mind by Helen Keller. And it says, the best and the most beautiful things in the world cannot be seen or even touched. They must be felt with the heart. Isn't that deep? I go far to bring this to you. Now, until next week, I'm Dr. Damages. I diagnose.
And you heal yourself.
Woo! So, how much do they pay you for an hour? Maybe we can fire Tomato Justice and have you here.
Okay.
How much? You don't know. You don't know. Don't worry. This might happen. If you guys write me, if you like her, we'll just fire Tomato Justice and hire her. So in your language, how do you say bye-bye to people?
再见.
Wow. I like that. Sashian. Sashian.
Welcome to Forstview Luxury Hotel. At Forstview Luxury Hotel, we offer excellent service. Our rooms have all the necessary facilities to make your stay comfortable and memorable. You will also have access to internet service, breakfast, 24-hour power supply, full air condition, free international calls, free tire pumping service, and free car battery charge. So what are you waiting for? Quickly visit Forstview Luxury Hotel. We are located at number 1 Adeola Mishile off Raji Rasaki Road, First Estate, Amuwo, Odofin Festac, Lagos. For more information or reservation, please call us on 08075787135 or 08099900601. You can also take advantage of our online ongoing promo at www.forceviewhotel.com to make your reservation and payment for your favorite room, which attracts a discount rate. Please note, rooms are reserved based on first come, first serve. Forstview Luxury Hotel. Experience the home of comfort. They come.